What's up YouTube, rwilly here. Welcome back to Web Edit Wednesdays, where I go through the stories behind the tricks in my Web Edit 3. This week we are doing 2 rail clips. They were done on the same day. It was the 15th of April 2015, so 2 years ago now. And they were probably some of the most hectic rail tricks I've ever done. Definitely the first one's probably the hardest rail trick I've ever done. It's the most spins I've ever seen done into a grind. So it's a 450 back lip, 270 out, and then I went around, turned around, changed the clip, and did 270 front lip, 450 out down the rail. So these tricks were super hard, and I believe the first trick, the 450 back lip, took me about 80 tries. I can confirm that by just the amount of clips. When you read on your camera, it actually says how many clips, even though I did delete the other attempts because I don't know why. Some of these Web Edit Wednesdays I've actually not been able to get every single clip for, which I've been disappointed about, but for this one, I think I've got a few stack attempts and then obviously the land clip for both of the clips. So let's get started. I think this first attempt that I have on footage was actually a few attempts in, so maybe it was a bit more than 80 attempts that I took, maybe close to 100. But on this first attempt, you'll see I actually nearly break my leg. It's probably the reason why I kept the clip, but if you watch closely, watch my right knee in this next clip. As you can see there, I get my foot caught on the end of the rail underneath it. I don't know how my leg got there, and then it totally jacked my knee up. But not too bad to stop me, but it definitely scared me a little bit going forward. With this trick, it was 450 to back lip, and I'm pretty sure before that I'd never even done a 270 backboard, which would be what it would be if I got onto the rail just 180 less of a degree spin, so it would be 270 board. Obviously, I'll give you an example right now of what a 270 board looks like, and I actually learnt this after the 450 back lip, which is kind of strange, but yeah, sometimes you just learn things back to front. So as you can see, I've added combos to the 270 backboard. I haven't yet added combos to the 450 back lip. I actually haven't done it since this clip. But, however, this wasn't the first time I tried the 450 back lip. I actually tried it a few months before. I landed it with my foot up in the air. I never kept the clip. It's got lost in translation, obviously, because I got a better clip of it. But I actually did land this a few months prior, which would have been the world first if no one else has done it, which I'm pretty sure no one else had done it. But you never know. On a flat rail, maybe someone would have done it, but I never seen footage, so for me this was a world first, and when I was doing it I thought it was a world first. So let's keep going with the attempts and see how they go. Watching those 3 next attempts, I can see why I kept that footage. It's quite funny sometimes the way I bail, but sure enough, I think it was about 100 attempts in, I got this next attempt, which happened to be the one that I stuck. You'll see, I try to, after landing the trick, I obviously try to turn around and I try to get it in a line. So I try to land, turn around, and then do the 270 front lip, 450 out, but obviously in a perfect world, I'd be able to do that, but obviously doing this, I stuffed up the 270 front lip 450 out on the way down, and that's why we will go on to the next clip after you see the land from Web Edit 3. Check it out. Go! Yeah! Forget about the second trick I tried. I was so stoked on that 450 back lip. The hardest part is grinding the rail. When you 450 back lip, you kind of skip a lot of the rail, so unless you get it done really fast, get onto the rail, you won't really slide. And there was a lot of times where I did the 450 backlip and I would just like chink, and then I would like slip out, or I'd just kiss the rail, and it wasn't really a grind per se. So that attempt was a grind, and I was so stoked on how I landed that one. And then I was ready to move on to the 270 front lip, 450 out down the rail. I wanted to shoot it long lens, so I switched to a long lens so that I could get like the crossfade from that last run into this trick. And unfortunately, I did delete the crash clips from this trick. So pretty much I have 3 clips. There's one that's 270 front lip to like 270 fakie, which I did really quick. And some kids thought that that's what I was trying, and they like cheered. So check out the clip. Alright, the next clip is the first time I ever landed the trick. I'll show you now, and I'll tell you a bit about it.
Hard.
So obviously I landed the clip. It was kind of a little bit sketchy, but the thing I liked about it, I even mentioned in the clip, that was I thought it made it look hard. And actually when I was talking to Nicker and editing, I told him to put that clip in because it just makes the trick look so much harder, because I like land a bit sketchy and I like land sitting down, so it actually looks really hard. And you'll see in the next clip, which is the clip that he used for Web Edit 3, I kind of do it effortlessly, and it makes the trick look really easy in my mind. And I kind of get cut out of the clip. But Nico chose to use the clean one. I guess it was the proper move, because, I mean, if you've ever tried the trick, you would know how hard it is. But I think I definitely made it look a bit too easy for my liking. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that I practice by doing the 270 front lip just on the top flat rail, and then I turn around obviously and do the hard one down the rail. And basically I just do the 270 front lip to get myself prepared and ready for the 270 front lip 450 down the rail. So nonetheless, here is the clip from Web Edit 3 that I used of the 270 front lip 450 out. I don't know if you've seen my hand gesture at the end there, but I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I had already landed the clip, so it wasn't too exciting for me, and I knew I just needed to land it better, I guess, or like make it look nicer. But I guess I kind of made it look easier, which wasn't my goal, but I'm gonna have to sit with that one, and I did. And I think it was a pretty cool clip. I definitely love those rail clips. The first one is definitely one of my favorite rail clips of all time, the 450 back lip, 270 out. I definitely want to add on to it, maybe Web Edit 4. I wanted to do 450 back lip, 270 tail whip out, but you slip out so much doing such a big spin into the rail. It kind of reminds me of rollerbladers. They do like crazy spins into rails. And I can appreciate what they do, and snowboarders, skiers, etc. They spin a lot into rails, and I can really appreciate it after doing this trick. But that is it for this Web Edit Wednesday. I know it was kind of short, but I only had like 8 clips, so I didn't know what else I could really talk about. But next week we have a super old clip, the hang 5 to fast plant front flip over the spine. Kind of a really weird one. It was inspired by Hucker. You might know him, a BMX rider. He actually did hang 5 to front flip on BMX. So I wanted to do it on scooter, but obviously I didn't want to do it fly out. I had to do it over a spine, which is super, super scary. There's a bunch of tricks that I also have done out of hang 5 up a ramp, so I kind of can touch base on some of those in my next Web Edit Wednesday. but I'll save it for next week. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you smack that thumbs up button if you enjoy Web Edit Wednesdays as much as I do. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you do, because there's plenty of videos coming. I've got like 6 in the making, so plenty of footage to go down. And I hope to see you in my next video. Well, I hope you see me in my next video, because I hope you're watching, but I'll see you there, and have a good time. Have a good time? Have a good ride. Go out tomorrow and have a really good ride, or today. I don't know what time it is where you're watching, but I hope you have a really good day, and I hope you learn a new trick or something like that. So, peace out.